So much of our ADHD journey is about what stays bottled up. The words we never say, the emotions we dismiss, and the truths that we swallow. Tonight we ask the maiden, what needs expression? What is longing to be spoken, released, or created through you? This is your invitation. Let the cards hold space for your voice, your truth, and your sacred self-expression. Welcome to Maiden Mother Crone Tarot, where we hold sacred space for women with ADHD. My name is Kayla, and I'm so glad you're here. Tonight's tarot topic is what needs expression, and Mondays are for the maiden during the series, so we will be working with her exclusively tonight. Before we begin, I would like to do a breathing exercise to ground us into this energy, and we're going to do something a little bit differently today. Because this is about what needs expression, I wanted us to activate our throats, activate that releasing ability, speaking our truths. And so what we're going to do is we're going to use our normal format of breathing in for 6, holding for 2. But when we breathe out, I invite you to breathe out with a sound. That could be a sigh, that could be a hum, that could be a single syllable, like sing-song voice. There is no right or wrong way to do this. Whatever feels right in your body is what needs to be released, is how you need to open your throat. So we'll do 3 rounds of this tonight. And again, this is to help us soften, to help us feel safe in our bodies so that we can open up to the messages going to come through and open up to our subconscious as we try to discover what it is that needs to be released. Are you ready to begin? Okay. Breathe in for 6. Thank you for doing that with me. Do a quick scan. Check in with your body. Do you feel more grounded into the presence of now? Do you feel your throat opening for that expression of what needs to be released? As we proceed through tonight's message, I invite you to come back to your breath, to come back to your presence, and to stay in touch with your body. If you hear something and it strikes your body, I invite you to think, why am I having that response? Why is my nervous system responding in that way to the words that I just heard? Now, earlier I spoke about how tonight we're going to work with the maiden. But what I want to do is work with, we're going to pull a spirit animal oracle. And then we also have an additional tarot deck that I feel like has the same playful, joyful, curious energy as the maiden's normal deck. So we're going to work with those tonight. Maiden, can you give us, oh, she can. Guidance on what needs expression, please. I'm going to pull one more because that was a little early, that one, okay? Okay, what needs expression? The first card we got was Seahorse Spirit. Watch and wait. Watch and wait. Number 53 breaks down to an 8. We're in August. And then the next card we got is Turkey Spirit. Give with gratitude and grace. This has come out a few times in our readings. Turkey Spirit. Give with gratitude and grace. And generosity. Okay. The next oracle deck that we're going to work with is dedicated to the maiden. I use it exclusively with her energy, just for creating more strong connection with that energy. I feel like there's less blockages and the energy flows smoother when I have decks that are dedicated to the archetypes that I work with. Okay, that one and that one. This is interesting. I had this clarity card come out earlier when I was doing my pre-shuffle working with the decks. Just sitting with the energy. Health. Allow me, divine, to be tender and accepting of my body, no matter what ailments I may have. May I always know it's doing the best that it can. Oof. Help me be a loving ally and friend to this sacred form. Oh, guys. Wow. Help me be a loving ally and friend to this sacred form. Can you sit with that for a minute? We got turkey spirit, gratitude and grace. Gratitude and grace. How can we be grateful to this body? How can we extend grace to our bodies? Grace, softness, clarity. Let me trust my deepest instincts in all ways. Ooh, I like that. Especially when matters are unclear. May my own holy intuition always guide the way. I really love the first part of this. Let me trust my deepest instincts in all ways. Deepest instincts. Wow. You know, we talk about that ADHD intuition all the time because it is spot on. People have no idea. All right, so this is the normal deck I use. It is dedicated to the maiden. Maiden, can you give us guidance? What needs expression? What needs expression? What needs to be spoken, released, or created, please, maiden? Spoken, released, or created? We just activated our throat chakras in our breathing exercise. What needs to be released, please? Ooh, okay. That's a lot of cards. We have the Page of Wands on the bottom of the deck. We got Temperance as the first card from the maiden, followed by Death. With the Ace of Wands. Nine of Wands. And the King of Pentacles. Okay. Now I pulled out another tarot deck for tonight. I normally just work with one when I'm working with the maiden, but this is just a fun little deck. Look at that. It's just so playful and whimsical and curious and adventurous. So I thought I would use it as a clarifying deck for tonight. And I'm glad I did because I'm a little stumped. Temperance followed by Death. That's interesting. Maiden, can you please give us guidance on what needs expression in this ADHD collective? What do we need to speak, release, or create for this collective, please, Maiden? Okay. All right, we have the Page of Swords on the bottom of the deck. Interesting. The other deck, we had the Page of Wands on the bottom. So that's the Page of Fire and the Page of Air. Ooh, I just got the image of like a dragon breathing fire. Or in the carnivals when they had the people with the sticks that would blow the fire out. First card, Queen of Swords. That's right under Temperance. Page of Cups. Under the Death. Ten of Pentacles. Under the Ace of Wands. The Two of Cups. Oh, look at how sweet this card is. Under the Nine of Wands. And the Two of Pentacles. Under this King of Pentacles. What? Oh, okay. Okay. I think I'm understanding here. Thank you, Spirit. What needs expression to be released or to be created? I forgot about the created part. This makes a lot more sense. With the Temperance card coming out first, this speaks of balance, right? Balance and healing and alchemization and being one foot in the water, one foot in on the land. But with the Seahorse spirit, watch and wait. I feel like what needs to be expressed, and especially with the Health and Clarity card coming out earlier, maybe you've spent a lot of time trying to heal your physical body. You know, we talked about being grateful for this form, for this, oh, how did it say? Help me be a loving ally and friend to this sacred form. So maybe you've spent a lot of time in this healing, in this self-care mode, or just deep healing work. You've kind of sat back from your life. You've been more focused on this physical form, this expression of yourself in this 3D realm. And with the Queen of Swords clarifying that, to me, that's saying that you've done it the right way. You've not been had any illusions about the healing work you've needed, whether that has to do with like taking in more water, changing what you eat, or if it has to do with some of this subconscious emotional work we've been talking about over the past few days. With the Queen of Swords and this clarity, right? Queen of Swords and clarity. That's saying that you have approached this situation with your health the right way. But I feel like what's happened is you've gotten to this cycle where instead of integrating that and moving on to the next lesson, you've been focused on this too much, right? And so Spirit is really inviting you here with this Death card. It's time to move on from that phase, right? The way we grow in our lives is we work on something, we integrate it, and we embody it. And then we move on to the next phase. We don't keep just focusing on the one thing, right? We integrate, accept everything that we need to accept, and keep those life changes. Like if you've changed your diet, if you're going to the gym, if you're meditating, if you're doing yoga, any of the things that you're doing, right? Creative dance just came to me. Whatever it is that you're doing to honor your body, to get a more healthy body. I just got the download of with this health in the Temperance card, you may be struggling with some type of autoimmune disorder or some type of chronic fatigue. And so maybe you've found a way to balance that with meditation or yoga. Jinjitsu just came in. I might have said that wrong, but it just came in. So you've been watching and waiting this. And maybe you've lacked the gratitude for this sacred form that you're in because of the fragility that we can have. Oh, man. Oh. I don't know if you guys saw my post earlier today, but I got home and found a Luna moth in my driveway upside down. And I didn't know if it was just stunned or if it was passing on. So I picked it up quickly so my dogs wouldn't hurt it. Put it up in my hydrangea bush. And unfortunately, it did pass on. And so when I was looking up, medicine of the Luna moth, one of the things it talks about is how the fragility of life. The adults only live for 7 days. They don't eat in their adult form. But no one will question you or argue with you that Luna moths are so luminous, so beautiful. They're brilliant. They are just, they catch the attention of everyone, right? And so some of the medicine, some of the message coming through with the Luna moth was, don't let the space of time that you have determine the value of something, right? If you only have this amount of time, I get cold chills. If you only have a few days to live, if you only have a few months to live, can you approach it in this Luna moth? Oh, goodness, I'm so sorry. Can you approach it in this Luna moth way? Where you are just in the presence of now, right? Surrendering to the now. I know this is a very specific message, so for my normal viewers, if this doesn't apply to you, sorry, but that's what's coming through, and my messages, synchronicities always line up, so I know this is what this is supposed to be about. So we need to get out of that watching and waiting for something to change in our body. And with the Page of Cups, become a student of our emotions, become a student of our hearts, become a student of this new way of life where we are fully in the now. Remember the Luna moth, that fragility of life, honoring the value of it, even if it's only for 7 days, only if it's fleeting. The next card we got was the Ace of Wands, clarified by the Ten of Pentacles. So this really speaks of passion, of raw power, of an ignition, really, a spark, something coming in after we've been in this quiet, balanced phase where we were doing a lot of seeking and a lot of looking and a lot of evaluation with this Swords energy. How can we step in with gratitude and grace with this gift that we've been given from Spirit, with this Ace of Wands? All the aces are gifts. So this gift of fire, of this gift of passion, drive, inspiration. Maybe this has something to do with your bucket list. But the Ten of Pentacles speaks of generations, right? It's not just here and now. It goes on beyond us. So in what ways can we tap into the gifts that we have? Maybe we need to do some, what needs expression? Okay, I got another specific message. I feel like you need to write letters. If you only have a little bit of time left in this world, if you've been diagnosed with something that is a terminal illness, take this opportunity. Sorry, guys. Take this opportunity to really channel this Page of Cups, your love, channel your inspiration, what brought you passion in your life. And this journey is going to be hard with the Nine of Wands, right? But you have the support of the people who love you with the Two of Cups. And with the King of Pentacles. This is knowing your worth, knowing how rooted you are and who you are and the things you were able to give to this world. Balancing the fact that we are in these bodies. We are in these limited bodies, right? We're unlimited souls, but we're in these limited bodies that have expiration dates, even though our souls are eternal. So Surround yourself. I'm getting the idea of surrounding yourself with the things you love, with the things you've created in your life. And I would invite you to do some type of creative expression besides letters too. I just got like an art project that came kind of downloaded when I was looking at this King of Pentacles. And I was thinking about painting this. So maybe that's something you can do if you have any anxiety or... Wow, I was not prepared for this, guys. I'm so sorry. I knew last night's reading was heavy. I was prepared for that. I did not anticipate this being such a specific message about somebody's end of life. Give yourself grace. Give your body gratitude, even if it's failing you, even if it's tapping out, even if it's saying, time's up. You have to watch and wait. Be a friend and an ally, right? With this health card. Man, I can't pick up the cards today. A friend and an ally. Our forms are sacred, right? Wow. Whew. And I don't normally read this that way. But when it came up with everything else, I was struggling. I was like, what is going on with his health? Why is there temperance? Why is there death? I'm at a loss for words right now, friends. Let me trust my deepest instincts in all ways, especially when matters are unclear. Trust your intuition. I wish I had better words of advice for whoever this message is for. Just know I'm giving you the biggest hug. I feel like you're not as emotional as I am about this. I got the Page of Swords and the Page of Wands. So I feel like you have some clarity. You have some clarity. Maybe you've had this diagnosis for a while. Just trust your intuition. Yeah. All right, guys. I still think I can hold this energy much longer.